Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to another episode of the last podcast you'd want. I'm Steve. That's
I'm
Kevin.
Kevin.
I'm Mikey the Freak.
There we go. Oh my God.
Yeah.
We're doing a draft. I mean, obviously, you know who the people are if you've seen the title of the episode or you're watching it live on YouTube. I don't even remember the last time we did an episode, but we're drafting today. We're drafting best picture winners from the Oscars, starting all the way from any movie that won for best picture can be given. We have predetermined the order of the draft. It's going to go Kevin, Mikey, myself. This is a serpentine draft. So the first and second pick I will get back to back. The second and third pick Kevin will get back to back, and so on and so on. We're going to get straight into it. Kevin, you have the first pick in the best Oscar winners.
Well, the first pick in the 1994 draft, beating out The Shawshank Redemption, Quiz Show, Pulp Fiction's Four Weddings and a Funeral, Forrest Gump.
That's on my list, you jackass.
Directed by Robert Zemeckis.
All right. Forrest Gump is a solid pick. I remember seeing that one in the theater. It was a lot of fun.
It was
amazing soundtrack. It has one of the best soundtracks for a movie.
And fun movies that went up against it.
Yeah, my dad cried in that movie when Jenny died.
Wow.
I saw it with my parents in the movies.
I still quote it. Anytime I see somebody running, I'm like, run, Forrest.
I was running. I was running.
And with the number one pick or the number two pick for his number one pick, Mikey the Freak, what do we got?
You know, I'm going to go. I don't think I can't say anybody's going to choose it. But there were 10 movies in the category on this year, so I'm not going to go over all of them. But some notables were For Whom the Bell Tolls, Madame Curie, The Song of Bernadette. It's the 1943 Oscar winner, Casablanca. It is it is a great movie. It's old school. It's still quotable movie to this day. So it's one of those that that'll kind of live in infamy. One of those Humphrey Bogart movies.
Is it really still quotable?
Great.
Here's looking at you, kid.
Here's looking at you, kid. That's one of the biggest ones on there.
What's another line from the film?
Fuck. It's the airplane where he's about to leave. I can't remember the actual.
You're gonna get on that plane, and you're gonna regret it. Maybe not today. Maybe not tomorrow.
Not tomorrow, but yes.
Yeah, he
knows it. Steve knows it.
Michelangelo quotes in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2. Classic Humphrey Bogart quote.
Yes.
What year was that? 40 what?
1943.
1943. Oh man. So I don't have anything to add to Casablanca. Do you have anything to add to Casablanca?
Absolutely not. Oddly enough, I've never seen Casablanca.
Oh, it's a great older movie.
I mean, I've seen bits and pieces, obviously, but I've never sat down and actually watched the whole movie.
All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get my first pick out of the way. I'm not going to lie. I'm very happy that I get my first two picks because these were the two movies that I wanted to get. For my first movie, beat out The Queen, Little Miss Sunshine, Letters from Iwo Jima, and Babel. We are talking about the 2006 cinematic masterpiece when Martin Scorsese finally got his uppance, The Departed.
Yeah, that's a good movie too.
The Departed, and I only choose The Departed because Gangs of New York did not win. Gangs of New York is my favorite Martin Scorsese film.
And it definitely should have won that year. Was it 2004?
No.
No, 2002. 2002. Yeah.
Yeah. So
2002.
2006. I love The Departed. I was working at AMC when the movie came out. I saw it multiple times. I absolutely love it. My next pick, my number 2 pick, beat out a handful of movies. It beat out Women Talking, Triangle of Sadness, Top Gun Maverick, Tar, The Fablemans, Elvis, The Banshees of
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Avatar, The Way of
Don't do
Water,
it. You
all
suck.
part on the Western Front. We are talking about everything, everywhere, all at once. My number 1 movie of 2022.
Movie. That was a great movie.
Those were my have to get
good.
picks. Everything from here is just gravy on the gravy train. This was my appetizer and my entree. Everything else is just side toppings.
Yeah, that was my second movie I wanted to pick.
Well, I'm happy that I was able to get both of those. I loved, from the moment I saw Everything Everywhere All at Once, that movie made me cry, tears of joy, tears of sadness, just tears. It made me feel just so many things. Like it was the best movie of last year, and I love it so much. Everything Everywhere All at Once. If you haven't seen it, go see it. Mikey the Freak, what is your number 2 pick now that I took yours?
That sucks. God. You know what? I'm staying with an oldie but goodie. It is a great movie. Let me go to the year real quick, and I'll kind of give you well, I give you one movie that should have won and didn't. It was let's see, let me give you Love Affair, Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, Wuthering Heights, and it beat out The Wizard of Oz. So 1939's Gone with the Wind.
You get the fuck out of here.
I went with classic movies that were epically done back in the early days. Don't give me that attitude. Don't look at me
Frankly,
that way.
Mikey, I don't give a damn.
I'm waiting for that one. There you go. I was waiting for that one. But no, it's one of those movies where it was a long movie. Even for the back in the days, it was a very long movie because I don't think they believed in editing back in the 30s. But it was it's always a great movie to watch once, to understand like all the quotes, frankly, Scarlett, I don't give a damn, those kind of quotes. It's just a piece of history that you want to try to keep it living on and on, like The Wizard of Oz. And The Wizard of Oz didn't win that year, which was surprising, but yeah.
I will semi-agree with you. It was definitely a piece of something. Casa or Gone with the Wind is the film of your choice.
Oh, yeah. And apparently the police do not agree.
A house is burning down in Georgia, and the fire brigade is on their way. Frankly, Scarlett, I don't give a damn.
Is it Gone with the Wind?
They are Gone with the Wind, indeed.
Sounds like it.
All right.
Yes, the mansion's on fire.
Kevin, what do you got?
My second pick spawned tons of sequels and a spin-off movie series. It beat out Taxi Driver, Network, Bound for Glory, All the President's Men.
Suck.
Rocky.
And what year was that?
That was 1976. 1976, the year before I was born. Rocky.
Sylvester Stallone apparently looked at his friends and said, "I'm going to go to my cabin for the weekend and write a movie." He came back 3 days later with the script to Rocky.
Well, it turned out to be a good one.
And Kevin, if you have nothing else to add about Rocky, what is your third pick?
All right. I got to go with this one. It be in 1991. It beat out the Prince
You
of
motherfucker!
I thought Steve was going to pick that on his
That was my next fucking pick! That was my next fucking pick!
And the Beast.
I thought so.
Hello, Clarice.
Hello,
Silence of the
Clarice.
Lambs. Silence of the
Lava
Lambs
beans.
is my number 3 pick. Gotta take it. Gotta
That's a
take
good
Silence
movie.
of the Lambs.
It's a definitely great movie.
Amazing movie. Amazing movie. Anthony Hopkins, fantastic. Love it. It puts the lotion on the skin. Or it
Does
gets the hose again.
Would you fuck me? I'd fuck me.
I'd fuck me.
Who hasn't stood in the mirror and tucked? I mean, come on.
It's true. It's true.
Jay and Silent Bob.
I have to change my next pick.
Yeah, Mikey the Freak. It's on you, I believe.
Okay.
I will say Silence of the Lambs is a great one. I'm upset that I didn't get it, but good for you, son of a bitch.
I'm gonna go. I'm not going too old. I'm done with the 80 years old movies. So this movie, I'm surprised it won, but it was an amazing flick. I've seen anytime it comes on TV, I will definitely sit down and watch it. It beat out movies like Django Unchained, Life of Pi, Lincoln, Les Mis, Zero Dark 30. All those great movies. It is 2012's Argo.
Oh, you can go Argo. Fuck yourself.
Yeah.
I'm not. It's not on my list. I
know. I picked the movies I picked are they were very deep. They were. I mean, that was a true story on the television crew that got out of. Can't remember the country now, but it was a great.
Rocky's not deep. Rocky's not deep. Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, if they cut you deep, maybe. No, but yeah, if you haven't seen Argo, it is a great flick. Ben Affleck does a great job in it. So even John Goodman's in the movie.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's it. So yeah, Argo, fuck yourself too.
Yeah, Argo, fuck yourself. So my next pick was going to be Silence of the Lambs. I'm gonna just skip it and go to my next one. My number 3 pick beat out such movies as The Cider House Rules, The Green Mile, The Insider, and The Sixth Sense. We are talking about 1999's American Beauty. Kevin Spacey, Annette Bening, Thora Birch,
Peter Gallagher,
Chris Cooper. I want to say Cooper won the Oscar that year for Best Supporting. Just such a great flick. I remember my buddy and I going to catch it when we were juniors in high school, because 99, I was a junior in high school, out past curfew, walking back to his house from the theater, but just pushing that limit because the movie was so good. Even at 16 years old, that movie made a real big impact. Funny enough, 16 years old, and that movie is definitely an R. And I went to that theater enough that they just sold me and my buddies the tickets. They were like, it's Steve, whatever. No, I love American Beauty. I can't say enough great things about it.
I liked Scott Bakula's character in the movie. He was part of the gay couple that was always running down the street, and Kevin Spacey goes, "So what are you looking at?" "I want to look good naked." That's all I remember of that part. It was so funny. That's it.
I'll have to rewatch it to see Scott Bakula as one of the gay men running down the street.
He is.
For my next pick, and now I see the movies that it's up against, and I'm like, wow. This would be the 50th anniversary of the Oscars, beating out such movies as The Turning Point, Julia, The Goodbye Girl, and Star Wars. We are talking
77.
about 1977's Annie Hall. Woody Allen winning an Oscar for a movie that I just think is so funny. We get one of our first appearances, I believe, from Jeff Goldblum. He leaves his mantra at home. I'm a big Woody Allen fan of a lot of the stuff that he's done over the years. And Annie Hall is always a good, fun one. So that's my number. Annie Hall.
All right. Yeah, I have nothing to say about Annie Hall. I'm just not a
Yeah.
big Woody Allen fan.
You've never
I'm just
seen it
not a
though,
big-
have you?
No, but the bits and pieces I've seen of Woody Allen films, I can't get into it.
We should do a viewing between the three of us. Like I'll stream it, and then the three of us can watch. It'll be great.
I think I gotta work.
I may be doing my hair.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
All right. Well, that's what Mike.
Yeah.
What do you have for your number 4?
All right. I'm going with a classic. This movie, there was only 5 movies for that year. And I know why it won, but it went against movies like Cabaret and Deliverance. It's 1972's The Godfather.
No. Yes, it's on my list. It's on my list, but as a backup. It's on my list.
The Godfathers, all of them are an excellent movie.
You said that was what year? 72?
1972. What does that say? I can't read it. I need my glasses.
The Godfather's a fun one. It's the best of the series. Francis Ford Coppola is great with what he does and how he presents it, even for the length that it is.
You're just making an offer you can't refuse. Oh, you're the only one who can do impressions. What's up? Mike blew a goat. All right. So I get my 4th and 5th. All right. Well, this movie is a 1988 movie beating out Working Girl, Mississippi Burning, Dangerous Liaison, The Accidental Tour, and it's definitely Rain Man. Definitely Rain Man.
Excellent.
Yeah, great performance by Dustin Hoffman and Tom Cruise.
Amazing performance by Dustin Hoffman. I love this movie. One of the few Tom Cruise movies that I really enjoy. I do like
very few.
Yeah.
It's 10 minutes, guys. We got to wrap it up. It's 10 minutes to Wapner. It's Wapner.
And then my 5th pick.
5th and final.
5th and final. There's a lot of good movies on here, but I gotta take this movie because Morgan Freeman's in it. It beat out
Bruce
movies
Almighty.
like
Bruce Almighty. Yeah.
My Left Foot. It beat out Field of Dreams, Dead Poet Society, and Born on 4th of July. In 1989, Driving Miss Daisy. Driving Miss Daisy is my 5th and final pick.
I prefer Driving over Miss Daisy.
Yes, Miss Daisy. Yes, Miss Daisy. I love that movie. It's such a good movie. It's written well, directed well, amazing performances. I just love this movie.
Driving Miss Daisy. I remember the year that came out.
Did you see it in theaters?
I did not. That one I did not see in theaters.
Mikey the Freak.
Mikey, what do you got for your 5th and final pick?
You know, there are so many amazing movies. I think I'm going to go with probably the most standout movie of the 80s. It beat out Hannah and Her Sisters, Children of a Lesser God, A Room with a View. It is 1986 Platoon.
On my list as well.
Yeah. Platoon was such a great movie, military movie of its day. Very graphic and very distinctive when it came to the visual effects and so forth. But just a great movie to sit down and watch.
Fun video game too.
Nintendo. Well, excellent. Platoon. I'll be honest with you guys. I've never seen Platoon, so
yeah.
But you've
seen Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah, but I've seen Full Metal Jacket. Yeah, of course I've seen Kubrick. Come on. Get the fuck out of here. All right. For my fifth and final pick, it was between two movies, and I'm not gonna lie, they're two completely different movies that I say have the complete same vibe. So I went for the one that I actually saw in the theater. I really enjoyed this movie. My wife absolutely hated this movie. Beating out movies like Whiplash, The Theory of Everything, Selma, The Imitation Game, The Grand Budapest Hotel, Boyhood, and American Sniper, we are talking about Birdman or The Unexpected Virtue of Ignorance.
Never seen it.
Oh, you guys should watch it. It's Michael Keaton, Emma Stone, Zach Galifianakis has a cameo in it. Ed Norton's in it. It's a very interesting, very weird fucking movie. But they do this great one shot, and it's a legit one shot of Michael Keaton in his underwear in this building, walking out into Times Square, walking back into the building. But everyone in Times Square are legitimately just people. None of them are extras. They just put Michael Keaton in his underwear, and he walked out into the middle of Times Square in his underwear, and they just had a camera follow him, and then it goes back through. It's a very weird. I love the movie so much, though. So with that, before we get into our backup picks, let's go over our final results with Kevin.
Sure.
Number one, we had 1994's Forrest Gump, 1976's Rocky, 1991 Silence of the Lambs, 1988's Rain Man, and 1989's Driving Miss Daisy. Mikey the Freak picked 1943's Casablanca, 1939's Gone with the Wind. I'm not going to lie, you could have picked both of those for last pick rounds, and you probably still would have gotten them.
Oh, absolutely. I know I would have.
2012's Argo, 1972's Godfather, and 1986's Platoon. And I rounded it on out with The Departed from 2006, Everything, Everywhere, All at Once, Kevin's or Mikey's second pick from 2022, American Beauty from 99, Annie Hall from 77, and Birdman or The Unexpected Virtue of Ignorance from 2014. I will let you guys go first with your backup picks. Kevin, what did you have?
I had 1995's Braveheart, and I can't remember. And 2000's Gladiator.
I had that one. I had Gladiator.
Mikey the Freak, what'd you have?
Let's go. Oh, let me mark this one out. 1984's Amadeus.
It's a good one. I didn't have it on my list, but it's a good one.
Yeah. 1973's The Sting. And then I went older again. 1965's The Sound of Music. I like the older music. Shut the fuck
up. What's not to love?
Exactly. I am 16 going on 17.
You are going on. My backup pick, so the one that I felt had the same vibe as Birdman was 1975's One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Yeah.
And then the other one I picked was actually the movie that beat out Gangs of New York, 2022 or 2002's Chicago.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
Chicago, you are out of here. Out, go.
There was a lot of musicals ended up winning the Oscars in like a good 5 to 10 year span. It was weird.
It's true. With that, though, guys, I will go ahead and give the plug skis. If you want to change it on out, if you have something for that, you can check the group of us, the gang of us, sometimes me and this guy, or that guy and that guy, but never me and this guy alone. That doesn't happen. On Back to the Retro Review, where Kevin's pointing at right now, if you're listening on your earbuds, Back to the Retro Review on YouTube or on every major outlet. You could check out the Mod Squad, which we are part of. You have the video game, you have the horror show, you have the live show every Saturday with a giveaway. We don't do the wrestling show anymore, and I want to say there's another show that you don't do anymore. Oh, you have the video game show as well.
Yeah,
video game show.
Yeah.
Other than that, that's Kevin. That's Mikey the Freak. I'm Steve. And until next time, tip the veal, try the staff, and we'll see you then.